What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hotel Show with your boy Howard. What's going on, y'all? Listen, I know. I'm behind. It feels like it's been forever. I know, I know, I know. What's going on, y'all? I miss y'all. I've been seeing everything going on online with the Braxtons and this madness, and I've been wanting to talk about this. I have been wanting to talk about this. I came straight from work. Y'all see me, I'm hully, gully, like whatever. As soon as I get done, I'm going to hop in the shower, but I wanted to get to y'all. I'm going to probably drop this tomorrow, though. But I at least wanted to do the video tonight. So if you're new here, kick off your shoes to get comfortable because we family. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. And without further ado, y'all ready? Let's get it.
Yes, I'm jaded. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase. You'll try to come back when you faint.
Okay, the Braxtons. Let's be very clear. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I don't have no notes. Okay, I'm coming straight off the dome. Because it's just been a whole lot. But I'm coming straight off the dome. There has been a bunch of think pieces already put out there, and I've heard so many of them. And I know that my people want to hear my thoughts. Y'all know I'm not going to sugarcoat SHIT. I don't even really know where to start from. Like, I didn't too much care for Tawanda's wedding. I don't know. Purple was just a really hard color for me to get into with this wedding. Purple, I don't know. That dress looked like it fit her better than it looked when she tried it on. But I just did not feel this purple. I didn't. I don't know. I just not. I don't know. I didn't feel it. But congratulations to Tawanda because she jumped the broom. So congratulations to her and Sean. I'm not gonna say what else I was thinking, but I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not. Congratulations to her. I just did not feel the purple. I just didn't feel it. Anyway, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all already know how I feel about Tamar. Y'all already know how I feel. And I will say this. When she was on that podcast with T.S. Madison, and T.S. Madison was stating what Craig said, I guess in reference to the Braxtons, liking drama, and Tamar's response was what it was. I think that she was basically saying T.S. Madison castmate don't like them. That's the thing. Why is it that with Tamar, this is what make me, and see, I don't like Tamar. See, I'm the type of person, her music, she's the same boat, like I always tell y'all, Kelly Price. I don't like them as people. I don't like them. I don't see it for Tamar. Like it was at one point I could tolerate Tamar because she is funny, but when she did that stuff with Craig, all of that she did that, and then she did the absolute most and made herself out to be the victim and threatened to sue and just all of that. Then act like they was okay, but then came back and double back without even apologizing. Like I don't like Tamar. Okay, so she ain't got to take nothing that I say and draw no conclusions because that's what she likes to do. And I also find something wrong with people that make videos and do the same thing. It's almost like they will completely ignore and bypass everything that Tamar has presented in order to make the rest of the sisters look bad. I don't do that over here because I ain't got to take nothing from Tamar to make Tawanda look worse than she already looked. I ain't got to take a damn thing from Tawanda to make Tamar look worse than she already looked. I ain't got a damn thing to take from Tawanda or Tamar or Toni to make Trina look the way she looked. I ain't got to do that because anything that I see in any of them sisters, I see it in them. I see them for who they are, with and without the sisters. You follow what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to tear another one of the sisters down to uplift another sister. Like, I'm gonna give you your grace where grace is due. I'm gonna also hold you accountable where I feel the accountability needs to be held at. But the craziest thing to me is seeing people do that a lot. I'm not like that. But I'm gonna show y'all the prime example of why I don't like people like Tamar and why y'all should be very cautious when you're dealing with people that move like that. We already know Tawanda for who she is. Tawanda gives very much snake. She can very much stab you in the back. She can very much play this innocent role on the front end of the camera, but on the back end of the camera, it's going to be some leftover other tea that's going to expose the dark side of her. We know who Tawanda is. I see her. She would never be able to get nothing past me because I clocked her for who she is, okay? I'm going to just get straight to the meat and the potatoes. Them sitting at this table the more we get deeper into this mess at this table, a lot of craziness went on at this table. And it seemed to me at first like they was going to be dragging this on. But only to find out that this dragging on is revealing a whole lot of crazy, vicious stuff that's going on amongst this sisterhood that done went on. Okay? Now I'm going to say this. I'm trying to figure out what angle to even start with at this table. Okay? With as of recently. So my thing is this. We're going to start here. I thought that Tawanda asked Tamar to be her maid of honor. I read Tawanda because I thought that Tamar was being sincere when she was when she took the invitation. I still think that Tamar was sincere at heart. However, now that we know that all of the ladies got the same invitation and it was a lady of honor invite that Tamar got, which was no different from all the other girls, I can't really be too upset or hard on Tawanda because Tamar took that and gave it to us. She delivered it to us as if she was actually the matriarch of honor. But it was now confirmed that it was a lady of honor invite. And all of the sisters got the same invitation. So I still think Tamar was legit sincere. But now that we know that, if you go back and watch, you could tell even when Tamar was taking the invitation and sent the video, you could tell she kind of had a response like, I don't know why I'm getting this of all people, but I would love to. Me and my mama laughed about that too, because you could see it now. Like you could tell she was kind of shocked, like me of all people, but yes, I would, no sister, you weren't special. Y'all all got the same damn invite, okay? So cut it out. No, you was not special, and see, you weren't special like you thought you was, okay? So I can't be too hard on Tawanda for that. Still can hold Tawanda accountable for what that got cut out was exposed. We can still hold her accountable for that, but I can't be too hard on her now that I know that, okay? Also, we have been hearing for weeks and weeks this stuff about y'all trying to stop my show and stop my with this whole cease and desist. Now knowing that Trina says her name is not in that cease and desist, Tawanda saying her name is not in that cease and desist, Toni saying she's not in that name is in that cease and desist. This is the thing about Tamar that I do not like. I want y'all to be very clear. This is so y'all can understand what about her that I do not like. If you gonna hold somebody accountable and call them out for doing you dirty, I really would like for you to make sure that you are providing factual, black and white truths. Not something that you are assuming in your mind. I don't care what you are assuming. We are under the impression, the way that this stuff is playing out, that you know for a fact, Tamar, that one of them had something to do with this cease and desist. You do not know that for a fact, is what we are finding out here. You do not know that for a fact. And the reason why I know you don't know that for a fact is because when Tawanda said, oh, I haven't used him in years. When you spoke about that family attorney, Tawanda said, I haven't used him in years. Trina, like, not me. Toni said, I ain't had nothing to do with that. And you tell Toni, come on now, you and that man are close. Like this, so I'm paraphrasing, but you told her that. All that is letting me know, oh, you don't know for sure. You just assuming. That's not cute. To just assume, just like you assumed you was the maid of honor. You was the only one asked to be the maid. Like this assuming stuff is real dangerous. Because you got all these people thinking that your sister sent a cease and desist. The only person that we know to be true that sent this cease and desist is your brother. And the reason we know that is to be true with your brother is because that is who Ashley stated in that video months ago sent her the cease and desist. So when you open up that folded piece of paper that's filed that you got that you shaking up, that's all I'm thinking that I'm going to see. Because Ashley made it clear months and months before this that her father sent the cease and desist. That's who I feel like put the family's attorney on you, because Ashley stated that her father did. So we know it's a fact that he dead ass did put a cease and desist on y'all. We know that for a fact. But I just feel like you are assuming by throwing your sisters in that, and I don't feel like that's cool. And I now feel like now that we seeing even Toni saying, wait, you're not gonna convict Toni Braxton of a crime she didn't commit. That's not cute to just assume and put that on your sisters if you don't know it to be a fact. That's what's crazy. I just don't think that's cool because you got all these people jumping on the internet, jumping down the rest of your sister's throats when you're not providing factual proof that that's who did it. But Ashley has made it clear that her father sent a cease and desist. And if he sent it to her, he sent it to you too. Ashley made that clear. Your niece. I don't think that's cool. I don't care when nobody say I don't think that's cool. And I feel like that's what you was apologizing for on that stage recently. Because I feel like all of this is gonna come out. And that's what I feel like you apologizing for. Because it's gonna be proven that it was not named one of your sisters. That's what because why else did you apologize on that stage? Why? That's what I'm assuming. I'm putting them pieces together. Okay? Now, also, I'm gonna tell y'all why people like Tamar are dangerous. Somebody that you should always be leery of allowing to get close to you are mad day people. I am very strict on who I allow to even be close to me anyway. But one thing I do not like, and I do not play around with mad day people. And when I say mad day people, I mean people that at one point get close to you, y'all consider yourselves close friends, trustworthy, family, or damn near like family. They do a favor for you when you are on hard times, or they do something for you, and you take it as them doing it with the intentions of goodness from their heart, only for months to years down the line for them to get mad and throw it in your damn face. Tamar said what she said about Tawanda when she said, I know where you live because I put that down payment on y'all. Listen, I get it. I remember in the earlier seasons when they were in therapy and Tawanda was talking to the therapist, and Tamar was sitting there, and Tamar started reading Andre, and Tawanda got in her feelings and said, I'm not gonna let you call him a bad father. He's a great father. But Tamar was just going out, and she brought that up then too, saying, I bought you that car for you to drive, not for him. I bought you that stuff that I bought you for you, not for him. That was your sign, Tawanda. But I guess also you was just in need, and that's your sister at the end of the day. You just got to be careful when you deal with people that will do something for you only to throw it back in your face when they get the opportunity to, or they're mad at you. Those are the type of people you want to steer clear of. I don't care what goes on. I feel like, Tamar, you threw this in your sister's face. And yeah, I know everybody online was like, oh, she got Tawanda. Oh, Tawanda, you do your sister, you do Tamar like that, and she put a down payment on you. Oh, Tawanda. I feel like listen, if Tamar had it in black and white that Tawanda sent that lady a cease and desist, then boom, get your lick back. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. If she had solid proof, then y'all at war, baby. Shoot them up, bang, bang. If you had solid proof, it don't seem like you have no solid proof, Tamar. You came at that table, guns blazing, and you shooting, but you're not really coming with no receipts. And that's the part. It don't make me look at you no different. It just confirmed what I already knew. See, other people just jumping online saying, I always knew they couldn't take Tamar. Maybe I am not one of them. All of them sound crazy as hell. This is not about who could take what. This is looking at exactly what's being placed in front of our faces. Tamar has not shown any solid proof in black and white that one of them sisters sent her cease and desist. She has not shown solid proof. And by her not showing solid proof, it makes you look like you came in there, guns blazing, shooting at them because you just in your feelings. When, from what it looks like, you need to be shooting at your brother. You should. Now, granted, what Tawanda G was exposed for with the executive producers, I feel like you addressed her on that part. And you was legit. Like, you got her because we saw the take roll back. Like, you legit on that. You clocked her. But I feel like that was the beginning and the end of that. You clocked her. Okay, cool. I see you. We see each other. But I just don't feel like you shooting her like that, playing the Mad Day games, was called for if you not able to produce no solid proof that she really sent and played a part in that cease and desist. I don't feel like that's cool. And I also feel like the topic of conversation about Tamar sleeping with one of Toni Braxton's exes. I'm going to tell you this. Looking at that entire table, when that came out of Tawanda's mouth, let me be very clear. And I'm speaking about Toni, Tawanda, and Trina. That is not the first time that conversation has been brought up. Even though Toni's saying, oh no, that is not the first time that conversation has been brought up. That conversation has been had. All three of them outside of Tamar. Be very clear. You can damn sure see it on Trina's face because Trina looked at Tamar like, got you. She looked at her like, got you, bitch. That's how Trina was looking. And I'm going to say this. I'm not going to say I believe it to be 100% true. I'm not going to say that at all. Even just because I don't like Tamar, I ain't going to say that at all. See, one thing about me, I cannot like a person, not care for a person, and still keep it 100 at the same time. We can take how I feel now outside of it and still give a person they just do, or, just be 100. I ain't saying I believe it 100%. What I am going to say is patterns don't lie. I'll say this again. I ain't saying I believe it 100%. What I am saying is patterns don't lie. Say this again. I ain't saying I agree 100%. Tamar slept with Toni X. What I am saying is patterns don't lie. That is the type of person that I am. If somebody tells me a particular thing or something like that about someone that I am close to, before I jump to believe it to be true, if this is somebody that I am close to, like this means damn near blood. Somebody I'm like this, or best friends with, which I've been in this situation before. And I hear something like this in reference to somebody I'm that close to, dealing with somebody I've dealt with. Before I jump to a conclusion and before I even question that individual, I'm going to go back. See, I'm a counselor. I'm going to go back. I'm gonna run the plays all the way back. However long we've been knowing each other, everything we'd have been through, I'm going to run it back. However many years, I'm going to run it back. Everything we'd have been through. I'm like that. I can be honest enough to admit I am like that. I have a memory like an elephant. I'm going to roll the tapes all the way back. And stuff like that, I instantly go to remembering certain specific situations. That's just how I am. And seeing that come out, never heard it like being said like that, right? But soon as I heard Tawanda say that, first thing I thought about was Tamar was in this mess when she was with that white boy JR. Remember, it was some mess going on with another woman when her JR was having all that madness going on. Remember when Yandy and Mendici was going through that mess and Tamar got added into that and they were saying that they was messing around. Then Tamar drops this fake promo BS that started all of that nonsense with her and Funky Dineva. But let's remember, her and Mendici was doing all of that. Here's the thing. This is my thought process. As a black woman, you know Mendici and Yandy. You know what's already going on with Mendici and Yandy. Why would you even choose Mendici of all people to star in your promo? Why? That was my thought process when that stuff first came out. It's like, do unto others as you would want done to yourself. That's like another celebrity singer going get Vince, which would nobody do that because he only look good to nobody but Tamar. But that's like one of the girls going to grab Vince and using him in a promo thing. Like, we all know Tamar would not be happy about that. And she would be doing the absolute most, right? Then, if you think back, when they was questioning Tamar and she was on live about why she chose Mendici and stuff like that, and she was like, that's my friend, I'm not in that, that's between him and her. I don't really have respect for females that do stuff like that because you are a black woman first. That's number one. So I am one of those people. I'm real judgmental. When I hear the black women that do stuff like that, like that's my friend. You have to get in touch with them like that. Like they've been together forever and a day, Mendici and Yandy, and you just been his friend. Like it's you and him just been friends. How you been friends with her man? Like y'all been friends that long, and what about her? What kind of relationship you and Yandy got? Like. How? Like, all of that was sketchy to me before any of this came out, what Tawanda said. When it did come out, again, in my mind, patterns is what I pay attention to. So I'm saying, I ain't saying I believe it to be 100% true, but patterns don't lie. And not only do patterns not lie, but patterns will tell you a whole lot about a person before who they really are even comes to surface. Just pay attention to patterns. That's all I'm saying. I pay attention to patterns. So by me saying patterns don't lie, that is me saying I also don't believe it's a lie. I don't. Because patterns don't lie. And patterns has shown us a whole lot in a small amount of time with Tamar when it comes to her and a man. That's all I'm saying. And I think that is really low. I think that when you go to the extent of sleeping with each other's men and stuff like that, that's a different level of nasty and low down. Y'all ain't even sisters at this point. Y'all are some low down ghetto hood hoes out the streets that's out for blood. Like that's what that give me. Don't even give me like y'all sisters. And this thing got drug on too long, but I'm gonna say this and then be done. There's something else that I noticed that I do not like in some people that I see. And I'm gonna tell you something. I have not only noticed this with Toni Braxton, I have also noticed this with like Beyonce. I mean, I've noticed this with Tabitha Brown. It's a certain type of black woman that I've noticed this. It's like this group of black women that you never hear about them doing anything dirty, moving low down, scandalous. All you really see them do is try to spread love. They're always positive. You don't ever see or hear them doing dirt. They are just so cool, calm. Toni Braxton is that regardless of what we've seen on this show throughout the years, we don't ever see Toni being low down. We don't see her being dirty. We don't. We don't see that lady being dirty. We don't see her being foul. We don't. We don't see it. And I'm willing to bet anybody it's a lie. We do not see that lady being dirty. We don't. But this particular thing that black people do to strong, independent black women that are always positive for the most part. It's this thing, it's a certain group of hating ass black folks. They say the same type of thing that I have never understood, but about the same type of black women. This is what they say. I don't know what it is about her, but I ain't never liked her. I always knew it was something to her. She ain't as perfect as she try to make people think. She thinks she all of that. I can't stand nobody that act like they perfect or they better than everybody else. Who she thinks she is? She ain't no different from the rest of them. Like, I've seen people do that so much to Toni Braxton, to be very clear. There is a reason Toni Braxton is the chosen one. There is a reason God blessed Toni Braxton and made her who she is. There is a reason. He called on that lady. That lady is gifted. I don't care how you try to slice it. She may not be a Whitney Houston vocally. She may not be a Mariah Carey. That lady is unique as hell. Her voice has always been unique. No matter what you say, Toni, living legend Braxton will forever be a legend. There will be no Braxtons at all if it wasn't for Toni Braxton. I feel like there is a different level of insecurity that jumps out of a lot of black people when they see this little small, strong, beautiful, 50-something-year-old black woman, Toni Braxton. There is something about her that makes the insecurity in a lot of people jump out and just say some really crazy, hateful stuff for no reason. Because she's speaking to herself in third person, that got a lot of black folks mad. Who she thinks she is talking about don't mess with Toni Braxton. She get on my nerves. I can't stand her thing. She perfect. What about all the years when Tamar be saying she's a real singer now? She don't back us sing no more. She's no longer a doo-wop bop bop chick. Y'all ain't had no problem with that, huh? But when Toni Braxton say don't F with Toni Braxton, don't you messing with a heavyweight. I'm telling y'all, there is something about that particular group of black people that has a very big issue with seeing independently strong black women, successful black women that can stand on their own 2 feet and be loved and adored. Like, I'm telling you, and I would never understand it. It is just like the weirdest thing to me because it's like, what has she ever really done? She ain't done nothing. What has she done to be getting all of that? I'm gonna tell you something else that I feel also needs to just see. And I've been saying this since this season started. I've been paying attention. Them girls is grown. It's time to stop trying to hold Miss E accountable for them grown ass women. They grown women. Let Miss E be who she is without trying to hold her feet to the fire because of what's going on within them sisters right now. They all are damn in their 50s. Miss E is in her 70s, almost 80s, right? Leave that lady alone, respectfully. She did her part, whatever. Leave that lady alone. Let that lady, and let her be stuck in her ways, whatever that is. But I just don't feel like we need to just tear her to shreds and hold her feet to the fire every time something goes wrong within the dynamic of the sisters, because that's not right, because they grown women. And even she over them not wanting to get along without that. They grown women and they make grown women decisions. Hold them accountable for their own actions and what they got going on. Like, I mean, y'all can argue with yourselves to that, but I'm just standing on that. Leave that older lady alone. Leave that lady alone. Leave that lady alone. She is not the reason every single time something kicks off with them why people should be dragging her. Leave that lady alone. Leave her alone. I'm like, damn. Unless we see her standing in the middle of the table with a gun in her hand or something and say, y'all better do what the fuck I said. Or go out here and just like leave that lady alone. And address them girls the way we've been addressing them and holding them accountable. Let her make it. And I'm gonna be done with it from that because I didn't make this too long. I didn't do a whole run through of the show because this is the meat and potatoes that everybody been trying to get into. Now I will say this: there is also a clip I seen on Twitter where Tamar stated that if she called her Lawanda, if Lawanda keeps on, she gonna unload a clip. That's the other thing that I want y'all to pay attention to. Tamar is, when I tell you, she could be so far on in her career. And that's why I agree. I agree with exactly what Craig from T.S. Madison and I agree with what he stated about Tamar because it's so true. Her career has been overshadowed by her personality and the type of human being she has started to show herself as, and it's not even in a good light. That's what's so bad about it. It's like all of that. I'm gonna unload this clip. all of the stuff that comes with Tamar, it be stuff she learned from the gays, from the punks. You know what I'm saying? It's like, girl, you literally turned your career into you wanting to be an inspiring punk. It's like you are a singer, aka an aspiring gay black punk. Like, what? Like, ma'am, you could have been so further on in life. All of the stuff that Tamar do now, though, it's just like, it just be giving real catty, like catty. And then when she can't get her way, or the narrative is not spinning the way she want to spin it, and somebody telling her something that she ain't used to hearing or don't want to hear, then she got threatened to sue 'em. Or go to talking to her saying she blocked them and all of this, and like, cause she in her feelings, baby, please. And again, she proved to be a mad day girl, just like Nene when Candy said that about Nene. You know, as soon as they get mad at you, they gonna throw whatever they done for you in your face. She did with Tawanda. Now she said Tawanda been stealing. I don't know how true that is. I'm not saying that I don't believe that 100% either, because I don't know. I slightly believe there is some truth to that too. I'm just being honest, I do. But I just still feel like the mad day stuff, those are the worst type of people for y'all to be cool with. I'm telling y'all, this mad day people, because them are the people, do not ever take nothing from them. I'm telling you, because you gonna hear about it later on. And if you don't hear about it when you make them mad or they do get their feelings with you, everybody else gonna hear about it. And you gonna hear about it from them. How much you wanna bet? That's exactly why. That is exactly why. When Tamar followed me on TikTok, that was one of the number one reasons that I did not follow her back. Because I am not none of these other gays. I don't give a damn about a celebrity. I don't give one damn about a celebrity. I don't give it. I do not. You a human being just like me. I don't give a damn. And one thing you wasn't gonna ever get the opportunity to say is he always got something to say about me, but he following me. No. You was following me, boo, for 5 months. Never followed you back. Never did. You wasn't gonna ever get the opportunity to say none of that over here. None of it. You won't ever get the opportunity to say none of it. Because see, I'm the type of person that I can tell you about yourself to your face and how I feel about you to your face. You ain't gonna have to question. You don't like me? No, I don't like you. I still got your music in my playlist. Yeah, love your music. Don't like you though. If you want me to go down a list of why I don't like you, oh, sit down. Let's have a drink. Let's talk. I'm gonna tell you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna give it to you like God gave it to Moses. I'm gonna tell you. You ain't got the question, baby. Don't ask no questions. I'm gonna tell you. But that's what you wasn't gonna get to do. That's what you wasn't gonna get to do, baby. Go run and play with them other punks and do all of that. Not over here. I don't fancy no celebrity. Well, y'all know I feel about Beyonce. Y'all know I feel about Beyonce. Okay, as my girl. But even with her, y'all, as much as I love Beyonce, I've never been a groupie type with no celebrity, and I wouldn't ever run up to that lady trying to get an autograph. I wouldn't do that. I don't have a problem with paying the type of money that I pay to see that lady perform. I don't, because she gives me a good show, and I'm cool with that. That's just not me. That just ain't me. Nah, At the end of the day, you just a human being, just like I am, and you bleed the same way I do, boo. So, But the moral of this video, if I'm being honest with y'all, and I want y'all to tell me, this is the question I want y'all to drop in the comments and add, because I have had it done to me. I have had it done to me since I've been home. Okay, I want y'all to tell me if y'all have ever, or if y'all dealing with a mad day individual now. If you ever have, or if you dealing with a mad day situation individual now, where somebody that you were extremely close to did something for you that you thought was out of the kindness of their hearts, only to find out or hear about it later being thrown in your face and used as a weapon. And I want to know, how did the relationship between y'all play out? How did you move after you found out that they went back and did, you kind of like Tamar did to one, they exposed whatever they did. How did you choose to move afterwards? I really want to know. Tell the truth. If you've been a mad day person, basically, if you've been a Tamar where you did something for somebody and then you turned around and was so mad that you threw it, you brought it up and told everybody else. Be honest, I would say no judging, but I'm listening and I'm judging. Y'all gonna judge me? So we listen and we do judge. Please know, we listen and we do judge. Okay, listen, I love you guys so much. I'll probably do maybe like 1 or 2 more videos in here, and then I'll be moving. And yeah, I will be letting y'all know how this progress go, and we'll hopefully be setting up soon. Soon, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with me. I cannot wait till I'm in my new spot with much better Wi-Fi, because please know we will be going live like, baby, it's on and popping, okay? I love y'all. Remember what I said? Drop it in the comments and let me know what y'all think about all of this, okay? Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. I love y'all. Peace.
Oh babe, oh babe, oh yeah, oh yeah. Why is this so for me? Oh yeah, just say, alright. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Why is this so for me? Oh yeah, oh yeah.